friends. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. This is Sarah. This is Not Another Hat. It's the greatest yarn store ever. I'm a little biased. And every Tuesday I like to go live and show you everything that's new and interesting and fun. And if that's FedEx, man, I was really hoping there's something I want to show you, but it's still en route. It's supposed to be delivered today, and I thought for sure it'd be here before we started our video. It's not, but that's okay. It'll give us stuff to talk to the next time. But very important day today because it's the release of one of my first published sweater patterns, self-published, I should say. And I'm going to talk about that. I've had some patterns purchased by other companies and published where I really only had to knit like one size, and then they did the grading for other sizes. And I'm excited to go down this road and start having more sweater designs. It's not for a lack of design ideas. It's just because I didn't have the time or the bandwidth to go down that that learning path to grade. And I have done that now. And it's so fun. I actually really like that part of it. I like the spreadsheets. I told Julia I had so much fun doing the spreadsheets. So anyways, this is Canyon. I'm wearing it. So I guess we should just go ahead and talk about it. Yeah? Okay. All right, here we go. So this is Canyon, a brand new sweater pattern by yours truly. And as you can hopefully see, it has a chevron moss stitch pattern, pearl textural pattern to it. And then it's named Canyon because this color spoke to me. This is Juniper Moon Iridescence. And the colorway is Grand Canyon. Super creative, right? But this is not normally my wheelhouse at all. And for some reason, I was just really drawn to this colorway. So I started this sweater, and this is a great sweater if you are on the newer side to sweater knitting because it is very straightforward. It's boxy. It's got kind of, you just expand out for the sleeves, 3 needle bind off on the top of the shoulder, and then you do a little mattress stitch seam. So very straightforward all around. If you're an experienced knitter, of course, this just means you'll whip it out in no time. And it is proudly sized for sizes 32 to 72. That's finished measurement. Meant to be worn with 4 to 8 inches of ease. I have about 4 inches of ease right now. So that should cover a good range of people. It's meant to fit a little bit loose and boxy. So fortunately I have a tank dress on because it's so hot today. And it's kind of like showing. I normally would not wear it like that. Just make the dress go away. Anyway, it's got a little wideish crew neck. It's not in a fret boat neck, but it's a little moss stitch neckline that you pick up, and the bottom is I don't know if you can see, but the bottom edging is a moss stitch that bridges into the beginning of the chevron. So yeah, Beth, you could knit it in the round. Just be aware your stripes are going to be thinner if you use the recommended yarns that I knit it with. Of course, if you're doing a solid, it wouldn't matter. You would have to figure out the sleeve issues. Okay, so the sleeve, it's knit out and then you cast on for the underarm and come up. So that would take a little bit of figuring out, but you know, or you could just knit it in the round and then separate and then finish the two front and back from armhole to shoulder, back and forth. Anywho, it doesn't take very much yarn at all, which is beautiful. So 3 skeins of Canyon for my size, which I think is a 48. 44? Julia? 44? I can't remember. You gotta understand, the space up here is very limited, and due to the current state of perimenopause, it's also wholly, so, you know, limited, and things fall out, including important details like, oh, what size did you design for yourself? Thank you, I knit the 44. And it took me 3 balls, but I think the whole thing is 3 to 6 or 7 balls for every size. So the yardage on iridescence is really good. Now, let's get to the sad business about this whole thing. Iridescence is new this spring summer season from Juniper Moon Farms. It's a DK weight cotton silk blend. It's absolutely lovely, and they've already given it the axe. It's pretty much the Murphy's Law of knitting. Design something or knit something as for sample in a yarn or a pattern, and one of the two will be discontinued. I might as well not even go into my diatribe about it because there's nothing I can do about it. We do still have plenty of canyon color because when I found out it was discontinued, I ordered a few bags. 2 to 5 skeins. Thank you, Julia. 2 to 5 skeins for every size. And I'll show you the other colors that we have available in in iridescence. But we have other yarn options, and that's the real important thing. So first up, we've got here Cypress. This is beautiful, blue-green. And Uluru. These are iridescence colors. We still have enough in stock. And Vienna. Very similar, but it goes more into the greens, gold and green. So you could knit this exactly as I did with one of those 4 colors, but there's other great options available. So let's talk about those. Berroco Bozzolo would also fit the bill. It's a slightly heavier yarn. You'll need a few more balls, but it would knit at this gauge, no problem. It creates kind of a similar effect. In fact, it's 100% cotton, and so it's got a very similar feel. It's just missing the silk content that iridescence has. So lots of beautiful colors of Bozzolo available. And I love this one, actually. Love. If Bozzolo, sorry, I just got distracted. If striping is not your thing, go ahead and knit this in a solid yarn. The texture is going to show really beautifully in a solid yarn. Bozzolo comes in solids. Very beautiful coordinating solids. So these are just a few of the options of the colors of Bozzolo. Now, what I was hoping would get here, but it's not here yet, is a brand new yarn from Berroco for this fall called Gianna. Gianna. And it also is a striper like this, and it's a really interesting blend of fibers and would be very well suited for the Canyon t-shirt. It's not here. What am I going to do? We do have it listed on our website already because you can still, you can order it for drop ship, but we're going to have in-store inventory of it this week. It's just going to get here like probably 10 minutes after I head home. That's usually like how it works. All right, so that's the roundup on the Canyon tee. Knit one for yourself today, or knit a couple. I saw somebody said in there in those comments before they scrolled by that they already had 2 colors picked up. So the good thing is it goes quick, even though it's DK. Thank you, Gianna. Julia just shared. Gianna is a merino cotton baby alpaca silk blend. So it's very much like iridescence if you threw in some wool and baby alpaca. So kind of like not like it at all, but really similar. And it stripes beautifully, like these slow kind of watercolor stripes, not like hard line in the sand stripes. Okay. That's that. We have some very cute new bags from Maika. These are, if you remember, US made, women business owned. They're like, they call them their lunch bags. Let me get one off of our display here to bring it closer. They're a really great size though, project bag. You know, we're knitters, we like to be creative and turn anything into a project bag. Look at that gusset. Now, Maika likes to boast that you could actually put a full 9-inch pie pan in here. Which, actually, not a bad idea. Pie and knitting, I mean. If you wanted to buy one of these bags and then come back and share pie with us, I would love that. So, think on it. You know, it's an option. But basically, what you have here is a big-ass bag. Nice bottom. Stands up. Sturdy canvas. It's got a nice interior pocket, and it's a really great business. So check these out because we have the cherry fabric. Can you see the green olive one? There's olive stripes right here. These flowers, mushrooms, the blue one. So very, very fun, very cute. But that's not the end of the bags. Guess who dropped bags off this weekend? That's right, Kartybell. So we have a full restock of all sorts of Kartybells. I mean, I couldn't even bring them all over. We have bucket bags. We have doodle-dee-doos. We've got Sarah bags, my favorite. And look at bunnies. Bunnies! What else is over there? Zipper pouches galore. Check out all of the Kartybell listings if you're a fan, if you've been looking for some new stuff. Oh, and we have a caddy. These don't come along too often because they're so freaking hard for her to make. But this is the caddy where you've got these outside pockets and then a nice inside thing that this could hold 3 cakes of 100-gram yarn and pockets all around the outside. So very, very handy. It's really helpful as a tool organizer as well, like to sit kind of like wherever you like to do your handwork with all of your tools like sticking up. Like they're nice and stiff, so like if you stick crochet hooks in here or scissors, you know, you can see it stands really well. So check out all of the Kartybells because there's a ton of them. I still have more. And then, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. We now have spiral grain from Urth. Yum! This stuff, if you're not familiar with it, is a marled plied yarn. So by marl, I mean 2 colors are plied together against each other, but it also stripes. It might be reminiscent of another yarn that is all the rage that looks somewhat like this. But guess what? I guarantee you this feels better. This is super, super soft. Let me grab one so I can give you the details. Oh, except let me put it all the way over here so I can read it. So this, for instance, this color is crab apple. So spiral grain is considered a sport weight. It's a little bit light sport, if you ask me. 198 yards to 50 grams. That speaks a little bit to kind of light sport weight slash heavy fingering. US 2 to 4 needle, etc. So it's extra fine superwash merino. Nope, it doesn't say superwash. Extra fine merino and beautiful colors. So what's this good for, you ask? Well, any project that calls for that other yarn that we all know of. Or we have a couple examples here. This is, I just looked at this. Shiftalong, the hat. My brain. So basically we have one background color here, which is light gray, and then a color changing yarn for all of these slip stitch areas. It would be stunning in spiral grain and a yarn like ALB Lino. This is ALB Lino in my hand here. This color is $74.90. But it would be so beautiful also. This is Lanas Light, one of our all-time favorite yarns. Just good old wool. This color is 78147, and this spiral grain color is Magnolia. So beautiful. How great would these be in a flicker hat? So I also brought over another hat option. Of course, I didn't bring over any new. I only brought 2 skeins of solid color sport weight, but the Alpine Bloom Hat is also one that it would be really great. So you could use like the Lanas Light, and this is a different color of spiral grain. This is Sugar Pine, and you could do that to make an Alpine Bloom. So lots and lots and lots of options, basically. That's what it boils down to. A gazillion million options. Okay, guess what? That's all I got. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh wait, I didn't show you. Did I show you this Sarah bag? Flowers? It is really hard for me every time there's Sarah's not to take these home. These are just my all-time favorite bag. Okay. All right. I hope you all have a lovely week. I hope it's full of yarny goodness. Don't forget to have a ball fall crawl is coming up in a month. And there's information about that on our website. We've got Sip and Stitch this week happening for locals at Crush Cider on Thursday night. So please come and join us. You might catch me doing Tunisian crochet, which I have taught myself. There'll be more. I'm going to talk more about that later. And I mean, like down the road, not later today. Jill's Elton class is open for registration if you're a local. So check that out. It's the Elton sweater class. It is going to be a really fun class. Kim just asked if my sweater could be made long sleeve. Here's the deal, Kim. The sleeves are knit in by increasing out. So it's very much a T-shape sweater. If you chose to leave off, this is knitted in. This is a seed stitch edging. If you chose to leave that off and just left an edge for yourself in stockinette, and you did the math of what your stitch gauge is versus the opening that you had available, you could pick up and go down for sleeves and give them a little bit of shaping. Keep in mind that your color will stripe very slowly as you go down in a sleeve because it'll be a narrow circumference versus a wide strip. So it would look very different if you were using a striping yarn. But if you had the ganas, which means like the desire to do that math and prepare ahead when you were knitting the sleeves, by all means, yes, you could put longer sleeves on this sweater. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Thank you, everybody, and stay tuned. Watch our page next week at noon for video next week, and I'll share some more fun goodness with you. All right, adios.